else usually calls Chris Overwood to stand on that?
Please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may be seated.
Thank you. Go ahead, Counsel.
Chris Overwood, please state your name, age, and occupation.
My name is Chris Everwood. I'm the CRO at Santa Monica High School. I'm 32 years old.
How long have you worked at Santa Monica High School?
I've worked at Santa Monica High School for the past 3 years.
So, you're familiar with the students at Santa Monica High School?
Yeah, I am.
How would you describe Britt Reynolds if you're familiar with students?
According to my knowledge, Britt Reynolds has leadership qualities, but often uses them in a negative way.
What happened on the morning of June 6th?
On the morning of June 6th, I received a call from dispatch telling me that they found a dead body at the Cove. When I arrived on the scene, I immediately noticed that it was Ann Marcus's body. Then, after that, I visually examined Ann Marcus's body and found that she had ligature marks on her wrist, which seemed to be caused from being bound by a rope. Then I also looked at Ann, at her climber's gear that was left, but I did not find any rope. Then I examined the Cove and found a rock that had blood on it, but still no rope.
Now, did anyone else know about these exact circumstances about Ann Marcus's death?
No one but myself and the medical examiner knew about Ann Marcus's injuries, which was a hair injury. So then, in my questioning of Britt, it was puzzling to me that she mentioned that Ann had hit her head and died.
So, Britt asked you this before anyone knew that Ann was
Correct.
dead. Now, what led you to have a conversation with Britt Reynolds that day?
Well, since I was assigned to the investigation, I decided it was a good idea to question both Joey and Britt because of the fingerprints I found on the exam copy.
Now, Officer Everwood, why did you read Britt Reynolds his Miranda rights?
Well, I wanted Britt to know that that he had the right to a lawyer and that he didn't have to speak. I also read him his rights because of the evidence I found, the information I got from Joey. So I felt it was protocol to read Britt his rights.
And Britt had agreed to answer these questions and did?
Yes.
He did. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination. Yes.
You were the arresting officer, correct?
Yes.
And you were the officer called to the scene of the crime, correct?
Yes.
And when you got there were a crowd of onlookers, correct?
Correct.
You also work at Santa Monica High School as the SRO, the school resource officer.
Correct.
So you've gotten to know some of the students pretty well,
Yeah, I have.
and you know how popular Ann was and how everyone liked her.
I knew she was popular and that she had leadership qualities, but often in a negative way.
Ann had leadership qualities in a negative way.
Yes. No, not Ann. Sorry. Britt.
So, when you had gotten to the school after going to the scene of the crime, you noticed Ann's blocker had been arrested, right?
Yes.
And people had seen Britt around the scene, right?
Correct.
how reading Miranda rights to a high schooler who might be scared would seem serious and not conversational?
Yes, but it was my protocol that I had to follow.
Do you usually read Miranda rights when you have conversations with people?
When I feel it's necessary, according to my job.
You claim that Britt answered your questions about Anne's injuries correctly, right?
Can you repeat that question?
You claim that Britt answered your questions about Anne's injuries, her hitting her head correctly?
I didn't ask her about it.
Britt?
Can you repeat the question?
Britt answered your questions about Anne's injuries, Anne's cause of death correctly?
She mentioned that Anne had hit her head and died, which was puzzling to me, because I hadn't mentioned anything about her injuries.
And there was a crowd of onlookers when you discovered the body, correct? Do you take into account how, if Britt was at school, as he was that morning, how the word could spread around after Anne's death?
Yes,
And Joey wasn't at school that morning, right? He came later because he had an appointment.
correct.
So he might not have known because he wasn't at school, but Britt could have heard around.
But Britt wouldn't have had the knowledge to know that she received an injury on her head.
No further question.
Thank you. You may step down. Let me call your next witness.
I call, Dr. Hawks.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
May be seated.
Yes.
Please state your name and occupation.
Dr. Kim Hobbs, and I'm an expert medical examiner.
Can you please state your qualifications?
I have served in the state committee professional standards for 3 years.
In the initial examination of Anne's body, what did you find?
I found that she was wearing her climbing gear, shorts, shoes, and there was no rope found. I also found ligature marks on her wrist and laceration to the left temple, and her body wasn't in full rigor mortis.
What caused the laceration? What caused the laceration on Anne's head?
Well, I believe that she was hit in the head. She experienced trauma.
In your expert opinion, could the laceration be caused from the fall?
No, it would have been her head wasn't in a correct angle for her to fall.
Isn't it true that if Anne had fallen and landed with her head tilted to the correct angle to cause the laceration, she would have had a broken neck and other broken bones?
Yes.
In your expert opinion, what caused the ligature marks on Anne's wrist?
I believe that she was bound and dragged.
What are the chances of the lacerations on Anne's wrist being caused from her falling?
The causing of the fall is inconsistent because if she would have fell, then she would have had identical rope burns on both her wrists.
What was Anne's cause? Oh, Anne's cause of death was drowning, correct?
Yes.
When Anne's body was found, why was she not in complete rigor mortis?
She wasn't in complete rigor mortis because she was found submerged in water, and since rigor mortis, temperature and the muscularity of the body slows the process down, her body wasn't in full rigor mortis.
In your expert opinion, how did Anne die?
In my professional opinion, Anne Marcus died caused by a struck to the head, and she was dragged to the water where she drowned.
No further questions.
Thank you. Cross-examination. Yes.
Did you attend Massachusetts Medical School?
Yes.
Were you assigned to be the director of the forensic serology lab?
Yes.
Do you believe that Anne Marcus's swollen left eye was a result of trauma,
Yes.
such as getting punched?
No.
jury know what happens in the process of rigor mortis?
Rigor mortis is the molecular energy lost. Wait, sorry, I'm sorry. Rigor mortis is the process by which your body loses energy, causing you to become stiff.
While looking at Anne's wrist, you say it would be unusual for a rock climber, there's still to sustain injuries on both wrists.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because when you're falling and you have ropes on both your wrists, falling back would result in having identical rope burns on both your wrists.
And you say lacerations at one Marcus's left temple could only be caused by someone hitting her head, not falling down the 25-foot rope.
Yes.
You say you found genetic markers around the time scene, correct?
Hmm?
You found genetic markers in the blood around the crime scene. Two of those belong to Ann Marcus's body, correct?
Mhm.
What about the other 4 genetic markers?
Well, I believe that they belong to Ann Marcus.
Are you an experienced climber? When you know, no more questions.
Thank you. You may step down. You may call your next witness. Is there other prosecution witness?
No, people are.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're gonna take about a 15, 20-minute break in between now and the defense case.
Okay.
So, I guess everybody can chill here. All rise. Your Honor. Everybody chill.